Hello, hello. All right, today we are going to talk about drive-by eating. This is a term one of my coaching clients came up with, and I just adore it. So I thought, well, hey, I'll use it then. Drive-by eating is kind of what it sounds like. You come by a table, you grab something to eat, and you just keep on trucking, and you're popping it in your mouth. And you guys have heard me talk about what I call button chair food on plate. And I had a client who was really making that a consistent practice for herself and found it so beneficial because what she started to realize was that she was mentally and physically more satisfied doing this than standing up eating intermittently through a long period of time. And that brings us to the satisfaction factor, and I want to talk about that. So there's two ways that we register satisfaction. One is we look at our plate, and I know this for me. I love a full plate of food. When I look at a full plate of food, I immediately feel myself relax a little bit, like, that looks so nice. You feel relaxed. Whereas if you get barely anything on your plate, you feel kind of like, hey, where's the food? So the mental satisfaction is visually, it happens with your eyes and your brain. You visually see something that looks good to you, it looks appealing, and it lets you feel more relaxed because you know your needs are being met, right? So taking a plate of appetizers, some chips, some dip, some cheese, some crackers, whatever the things are you like, giving yourself a full plate of appetizers immediately is going to register higher on the satisfaction. So that's number one. Number two, when you sit down and consume that whole plate of food, your body can actually register more satisfaction as well because it's actually eating all those calories at the same time. It's eating that volume of food at the same time. Whereas if you're somebody who grabs a chip here, a piece of cheese there, your body never really registers satiation because it's not getting the calorie load, the macronutrients, all at the same time. This is one of the reasons why 3 square meals a day does really well for a lot of people, especially if it's a very balanced plate, because they're getting a nice plate of food, all their macronutrients are represented, they're getting an appropriate calorie load, all of those things work in together, right? So when we think about button chair food on plate, not drive-by eating, and doing the plate method that I shared earlier, the easiest way, if you're going to a party, put down a plate of appetizers. Say, instead of doing drive-by eating, I'm going to put all my favorites on this little plate. I'm going to sit down and enjoy it. Try it for several times. See how different that feels to you. I think you're going to be surprised how mentally satisfied you are and how physically satisfied you are. And that is going to lead to a reduction in calories because I have seen people go to these parties and eat way more calories than they thought they were going to eat because they were doing drive-by eating. They're grabbing a chip here, chicken wing there, bacon wrapped shrimp here. And when they go home that night and they try to recall, which by the way, that's really hard to do too. It's hard to recall all those individual foods. When it's all on a plate, you can visually see it in your memory and you can be like, yeah, it was maybe a serving of chips. Maybe it was an ounce of cheese. You can at least get fairly close to the correct amounts. But when it's scattered all through a night, it basically is hard for your brain to register and recall what you've been eating. So it works on many fronts where it's positive addition to your tools in your toolbox. So anyway, I wanted to share this tip because I just got off a client call where she basically indicated how much that was helpful for her and how she saw herself doing so much better at parties and events. And I thought I would share it here. If you need extra help in your journey, please join me in the HSM Academy. We are learning a lot. We have people making a program for them, by them, using our brand new HSM weight management plan, which I put together that based on all of my coaching experience and the tools that I use with my one-on-one clients. So it's a great way for you to get some extra help. You have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.